If you want to avoid injuries, strains, and pain in your lower back, there's one basic simple move that you need to focus on, and it's one that you might be neglecting. Welcome to Health and Wealth Explorer. My name's Wade, and I've definitely had my fair share of lower back pain over the years. In fact, I feel like I've had more than my fair share of really lame lower back injuries. The kind that result from bending over to pick up some light, non-threatening item, only to crumble to the floor with pain shooting through my lower back. One particularly lame example I can think of is when I was bending over to pick up a magazine. Yes, a skinny, light little magazine, only to feel a jolt of pain through my lower back that put me on the floor. That's pretty lame. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, then you already know that I've been certified in the past as a personal trainer and as a youth fitness specialist, that I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with nearly 20 years of training experience, and that I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life at 50 years old. And while you might guess that it's my jiu-jitsu training that's given me back problems over the years, it's really these lame injuries from bending over to pick things up that have given me the most grief and led me to identifying a basic movement pattern that I was missing, and that's the hip hinge. I'm sure most folks have heard the saying, lift with your legs, not with your back, when it comes to lifting heavy items, and those are great words of advice. But the problem is, many people don't know how to lift with their legs, and even if they do, they only apply this mantra to lifting heavy items, not to lifting in general. I definitely think I fell into this category. When I was trying to lift a heavier item, I would always be telling myself, lift with your legs, not with your back. But when it came to lifting lighter items, this never even crossed my mind. I would just bend over and pick them up. The problem is, when you just bend over at the waist to pick something up, even if it's something light, your lower back is doing most of the work of moving that load, which includes the weight of your own torso. So when you need to lift something or pick something up off the ground, your very first step should be to hinge your hips backward, engage your glutes, and begin that process of lifting with your legs. Then bend your knees to lower yourself, grab the item you're trying to move, and lift it by pressing down through your legs into the ground and coming upright by unhinging and driving your hips forward with your glutes. I didn't even realize how much I'd been neglecting the basic hip hinge movement until I started to actively focus on it. Now, whenever it's time to lift anything, the first thought that comes to mind is hip hinge. So if you're like me, or like the old me, and you find yourself getting these random lame lower back injuries, and you just bend at the waist whenever you pick things up, yes, lift with your legs, but more specifically, focus on your hip hinge. That'll do it for this video. Hopefully you found this tip helpful. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our future videos, and we'll catch you next time.